Are you looking for a way to feel more vibrant and revitalized in midlife? I'm sharing 5 Finnish habits that have transformed my health and well-being. And these are things anyone can incorporate into their daily routine. So stick around and find out which 5 Finnish traditions can help you feel your best. Number 1 is sauna. I was born in Finland, and sauna was part of our daily and weekly traditions. Then we moved here to Canada, and we didn't have access to Finnish traditional sauna. Sure, we first used the leisure centers that were available to my mom and dad when we were kids, but they were nothing like the Finnish traditional saunas. And I have had some embarrassing moments that I cannot ever forget when we first came to Canada and using some of these, fitness center saunas. I'm not ready to even share them yet. But my grandparents also moved from Finland to Canada, and they built a sauna in their house. So for the longest time, into my late teens, early 20s, I was able to use a sauna, a real sauna, at their home when I visited. Then decades went by, and I tried different saunas whenever I had the opportunity at spas and at pools and things like that. And I even paid for infrared saunas, but it was nothing like the traditional ones that I used to have when I was in Finland and at my grandparents' home. And sorry, I'm looking around because I'm in the forest and it's bear season. They're getting ready to hibernate, so they could be walking around a bit. But there's dogs and other people around, so they're nothing compared to the saunas I grew up with. But because I've been lucky enough to go back to Finland now, and sauna is becoming such a resurgence, we've been able to rent saunas. My sisters have gotten together, real saunas where you throw the water on the rocks and you get lulu. It's been incredible, and having that back in my life, even though it's not on a regular basis, it makes such an improvement. When I was young and well into my 30s, my skin was so good. I didn't have any dry, bumpy type skin that a lot of people complained about, because I think it's the way that we bathed and used the sauna and how good it is for cleaning out your pores, you're sweating everything out. But now there's so much health information on the various benefits of sauna. Not only does it help with your heart, your blood pressure, it helps with your brain health, it helps with decreasing stress. They have found so many benefits, so now sauna is more available to everybody. So if you're ever able to use a sauna, rent a sauna, or get a group of people together, and now they're available, and a lot of cities have them available. They have businesses that have opened up around the sauna, so it's more accessible. So if you have the opportunity, try it for sure. Number 2 is rye, incorporating rye back into my life. Rye is all over Finland. It's the grain that is easiest to grow, has been around for centuries in Finland, and they make a lot of foods out of rye. I grew up eating rye. Then my mom, when we came to Canada, would try to find more whole grain rye here, but they did not compare to the Finnish rye. But whatever rye you can find, rye is high in fiber, higher than just whole wheat. It's also low on the glycemic index, which means that it takes longer to break down into a sugar in your body, so you don't have these crashes if you feel like you have your blood sugar crashes and things like that. It's a steady release because it breaks down slower. It's, like I said, high in soluble fiber, so it makes you feel fuller longer, and it's excellent for your intestinal tract, your gut. So all the gut health stuff that's coming out now also, it's really good for your gut. I've been able to get real Finnish rye here because of online stores, but you can still buy rye in the grocery store. Just look for as much rye versus other grains, whatever you can find, but as long as it's saying whole rye grain. Number 3 is back in nature. As you can see, I did a blog post years about forest bathing, and Finland and places like Japan have known the benefits of the forest, and they've called it forest bathing, or Shinrin Yoku in Japanese. And because there's actual benefit to being around the trees. Trees release a certain type of hormone into the air that's really good for us. Not only is it healthy for our heart and lungs, but it's so soothing if you have anxiety or stress or you're feeling anxious. It's calming. It has a really calming effect. The way to do it is without having anything in your ears, not listening to anything, but just listening to the nature around you. Because being out in the forest and just walking and touching the trees and feeling the earth underneath your feet, it actually boosts your mood. I have been trying to incorporate more walks in nature, of course being mindful of the bears that are around here and other animals. But every time I've done this, I've felt so much better. It calms me right down. And I'm lucky enough that not far down my road, I have this beautiful forest close to me. So whatever you can do to get outside without any earbuds, without listening to anything, and just listening to the nature around you will have incredible health benefits for you. And I will link that blog post that I wrote about forest bathing in the description. Number 4 is quiet, mindful moments. Finnish people are known to be able to sit in quiet comfortably. And I know that there was a long time that I didn't really embrace that because I felt like, why am I so quiet? I have to keep talking. I can't just sit here quietly. If you ever notice that that you're feeling awkward in a silent moment, just think that it's okay to do that. You can let there be a pause and let yourself gather your thoughts, or just be comfortable sitting, whether it's with somebody or not, in silence, because you don't always have to fill the space with a lot of noise. It's okay to sit with somebody or with other people and not constantly be talking. And I think Finnish people are really good at that. And that used to feel very awkward for me as an introvert, and felt like, oh my gosh, why am I not saying anything? It's too quiet. I have to, fill this. I got to be talking, saying something, or they're going to think something of me. But no, don't think like that. And I think everybody should take a little bit of that example from the Finnish people, that it's okay to sit in silence. I think it lets you be more mindful and be more present in the moment, as well as accepting the silence, so that you don't have to feel stressed about it. Number 5, tradition the Finnish people do and have is enjoying berries. The berries of Finland are things like bilberries. Bilberries I had to look up because I have grown up, when I was little, we were picking wild blueberries. I called them blueberries, but so looking at the information on them, they are European blueberry. They're in the blueberry family, but bilberries are a lower bush, and the berries are smaller, but apparently, because I can't remember this because I was a little girl, they have a much more intense flavor, and they're red inside. But it's very common to be out in nature anywhere picking berries. And I have very, very fond memories of being with my mom and my mumma, my grandmother, picking berries. And there's pictures of me and my sister with our little buckets picking our berries. That's something that, because I happen to like savory foods more than sweets, I don't gravitate towards fruit. So I've really been making it an effort to eat more berries. The other berry is a lingonberry. Lingonberries are available here in North America, and I'm actually thinking of planting some this fall in my backyard. I have blueberry bushes, and I'm going to plant some more, and I'm looking at finding some lingonberry shrubs. People probably have heard of lingonberry jam from IKEA, because I buy it from there. But lingonberries can also be made into this thing called vispipuuro. It's a semolina wheat porridge that is whipped with cranberries. It's like a pudding. I grew up eating that. Berries are full of antioxidants. They are so good for you in a multitude of ways, for your health. All the vitamins and minerals that are in berries, the antioxidants, the fiber. So I have really been forcing myself to incorporate more berries, mostly blueberries, in my diet. I'm going to try to find some lingonberries, which are difficult here in North America to find, But I found a brand that is sold online. I think it's called Arctic Berries. I'll put a picture here. I'm going to order some, and they have dried berries, dried lingonberries, and I'm going to try to make this vispipuro. If you're interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video about my first attempt at vispipuro, which is a lingonberry type porridge pudding. The other ways that I personally use berries is just putting them, lots of blueberries in a smoothie, because I can get them in that way. My husband eats them on, if he has pancakes or French toast and different things. Of course, I will nibble on them if we have fresh berries. But like I said, it's not something I gravitate to, but I'm really trying to incorporate more berries into my life because they're so good for you. Let me know if you want that vispipuro recipe, but those are 5 beautiful Finnish traditions that anybody can incorporate into their life, at least somewhat, especially things like walking out in nature and sitting in quiet and adding more berries to your diet. Any little addition is better than none. So there's going to be a video up here on the screen, and that's what YouTube recommends you watch next from my channel. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.